The economy is like a train. It can speed up and slow down. It moves in cycles like an up cycle, a down, and a sideways. In the short term, we call these movements trends. Company stocks trend too, So when earnings are growing, the stock price trends up. And when earnings fall, well, you get the idea. It creates a downtrend. Now, in this episode, I'm going to use Tom Basso's method of identifying trends and applying it to market. Now, you should really take that course to understand the strategy, but here is a quick refresher. So, when markets go up and then reverse, this top part, is called a swing high. And when markets are going down and then they go all the way up, that reversal point, the bottommost area, is called a swing low. Now let's bring all of this together to see what creates a trend. For a trend to create, you basically need something like this. You're familiar with this, right? So basically this is higher swing lows, right? So these are swing lows, but every swing low is higher. Now, if we have another move which is like this, do you think this swing high is higher than this swing high? If the answer is yes, that means you are in an uptrend. Easy, right? So an uptrend is basically higher swing lows. Now, let's see what a downtrend looks like. A downtrend is just the opposite. It looks like this. I'm sure you have seen this before, right? But how do you define it? Basically, lower swing highs, okay? So in a downtrend, you're looking at swing highs only. Remember that. So in an uptrend, you're looking at higher swing lows. In a downtrend, you're looking at lower swing highs. Here's a quick test. Do you think the downtrend is still in force? The answer is yes. This new swing low is lower than the previous swing low, hence it is still a downtrend. Before I show you a real example, here's what you've got to do. On the weekly time frame, I'll mark this with W, you basically need a stock that is going up. That's very important. If you find on the weekly time frame a stock is going up, that is a good stock to shortlist. The next step is very simple. You need to find on the daily time frame, ideally you will see something like the market going up and then probably coming down, and we need a swing high that has formed and the market is somewhere here. Now, we are waiting for this swing high to break. If this swing high breaks, then the long-term trend which we saw in the weekly will continue up. And if this swing high doesn't break, well, no trade. So basically, we're looking for a setup like this, where long-term the stock is in an uptrend and we have a swing high that needs to break, and if that breaks, it is likely that the trend moves upwards. If you want to know more about this, please watch the course. But now let's see some real example. Now this is Shree Cement. Let me open the weekly chart first to show you what it looks like. Look at that. That's a nice uptrend, isn't it? So we know that Shree Cement is in an uptrend, and this is from the start of 2019, somewhere here, all the way to right now, that's July. And you can see that we have higher swing lows here, right? Now, let's see if we get an interesting entry point on the daily. Very simple. As you can see, we have the stock which is moving down and we have this nice swing high. So if we move above this swing high, well, you know what to do. Shree Cement would probably continue its up move. Remember, the stop loss and the money management is actually 90% of trading. So don't ignore that. You have to make sure you do not lose more than 1% on every single trade. So make sure you follow money management. The next stock is Dabur. Dabur weekly looks like this. Let me zoom in a bit. So here you'll see that it used to be in an uptrend, then it was sideways. And do you think it's in an uptrend now? Yes or no? Well, the answer is it's not in an uptrend. At least on the weekly chart, it's not. It's seen a small rally now, but it's not in an uptrend, which means it's not that great for long-term trend traders. If you look at the daily chart though, you'll notice that it just broke a swing high, which means short-term, it is an uptrend. Is it the best uptrend pick? Probably not. because long term it is in a sideways. I'm trying to do this episode to show you inside the mind of a trend trader, and I hope you now understand why Dabur isn't that great. Let's see one more example. We have Britannia this time. As you can see, beautiful up move, and it's been moving up. Now, is it in a downtrend on the long-term charts? Not really. If you notice, it's broken this swing low, but then it's actually forming this triangle. Now, basically, until it breaks this low, which is right here, we will not be in a downtrend. This is still in a long-term uptrend. Hence, Britannia is an interesting company for you to further your research. Now, let's see a little closer right here. Let's see what's happening on the daily charts. So if I open the daily, you'll notice, there it is, right? So we have two nice swing highs. So what do you do when you have two swing highs right next to each other? Well, one tip for you is probably to choose the higher swing high. So you choose this swing high for looking at the entry, and of course your swing low will be your stop. Now remember, one thing I want to tell you is that money is made on those one or two big trades. So I'm just going to zoom out a little bit, and you'll see that this is forming a triangle. Triangle basically means the market, if it moves up, it'll come down a little bit and then move up. That's one way. The second thing that could happen is that the market could go up, fake fall down, and then come all the way and then continue its move up. In that case, when you take the entry, you will be stopped out, you'll make a loss. But then when it turns around again, you'll take another entry, longer stop, but then the trend moves up. So these are two possibilities that usually happen, and the only way to save you from this is very good risk management. So Britannia, definitely good company for you to research. Let's look at the next, Havells. So Havells, let's start with the weekly chart. Isn't that a beautiful uptrend? So higher swing low, higher swing low, higher swing low, just moving up. Here we are near the swing low. Let me zoom into that a bit. We are near the swing low, but we are not really broken it yet. So we're still in an uptrend. So weekly looks good. Let's see the daily chart. On the daily, you'll notice, before I say it, can you see a swing high somewhere? Pause the video, try to find a swing high. I hope you found it. That's it right there. So let me zoom out a bit. If we move above the swing high, well, you know what to do. Your stop would be at the swing low right here, and that would mean that the stock is likely to move in an uptrend from here on, or the probability rather of it being in an uptrend is higher if it breaks this swing high. Very interesting, especially after this failed breakout. So very simple. Most stocks will not give you a return, but the ones which do will give you a massive return. So over 1, 2, 3 years, some stocks which give you the best return will actually make up most of your returns, and that's what trading is. The next company we have is Hind Petro. Let me open the weekly chart. Do you think that we are in a long-term uptrend? The answer is no. We're actually in a downtrend and this sort of move up. Now, technically, it's actually turned into an uptrend since March, but it's not beautiful like Britannia or any other company we saw before this. So it's not an amazing uptrend, but yes, technically it is an uptrend. Let's see what's happening on the daily charts. On the daily charts, we just broke a swing high. If someone's already taken an entry, the stop would be at the swing low. You could get stopped out, or it could continue up, just like any other trade. So you could use this information to further your research on Hind Petro as well. Finally, let's see RECL. I have the weekly charts again open. Not an uptrend which has been happening for a long time. It just started. So technically, yes, it's in an uptrend, but let's see what's happening on the daily charts. There you have it. So if you're a risk taker or you have some fundamental reason of why REC is good, then take a look at this swing high over here. If it breaks, that would be your cue, and that would be your swing low. Next, let's see another company, and that is Tata Global. Let me start with the weekly chart as usual, and you'll see it's just moved into a nice uptrend. Now, why this is different is that we've been in a downtrend for so long, and this is very big, right? Look at this wide range bar. Huge breakout of this swing high, meaning the downtrend is actually over, and lots of volume. So generally that means we're most likely in an uptrend, which we are. Let's see what's happening on the daily charts, and you'll see that. Beautiful, right? If we cross that swing high, the uptrend is in effect, and your stop would be at the low of the swing low, according to the Tom Basso strategy. Finally, we have SRF on our list. Look at the weekly chart. Isn't that a beautiful uptrend? Very nice on the weekly. Let's see what's happening on the daily chart. There you have it. You have an aggressive swing high, what we call it. So if you're researching this stock, above this would be your swing high, and that would be your swing low if that happens. So SRF looks good. Now here's the thing, guys, you have to learn how this works. So I have some homework for you. Why don't you find 3 or 5 more stocks which are in an uptrend and look like the trend is about to continue sometime in the future? You can send us an email, help@learnapp.co. We are launching comments for these episodes, so you can comment below, but that's not there yet. Till then, send us an email and I'll be happy to check all of your answers, and I hope that your research gets better. Take care and see you in the next episode.